You tell yourself, it's just a like. You scroll past, joke it off, change the subject. But your body gives you away. Your jaw tightens a little. Your shoulders creep up by a millimeter. Beneath all the explanations, a silent question rises. Am I still important? We live in a hall of distorted mirrors. The feed is not just pictures. It's hundreds of reflections where you constantly try to understand. How do they see me? Am I enough? Social media amplifies comparison and jealousy because it constantly shows you other lives and bodies as the measure of your worth. One stranger's like, in a tender spot, suddenly becomes a spotlight that shifts away from the stage where you stand. It's important to be honest with yourself. It's not the like itself that hurts. It's the story you build around it. He chose her, not me. Something is wrong with me. I'm losing. Psychologists note that when self-esteem depends on external approval, every action of a partner online becomes a test of loved, not loved. No wonder such little things turn into flashes of jealousy, anxiety, and the feeling that the ground beneath you is shaking. The brain in this hall of mirrors doesn't leave empty space. It instantly draws the storyline. If he likes her, it means he wants her more. If he watches those stories, it means he's not satisfied with what he has. Studies show social media feeds digital jealousy. We start monitoring, comparing, gathering evidence instead of talking directly. And you stop living the relationship. You live inside an inner series where every like is a new episode. But the truth is, a like is not an X-ray of love. It says nothing about how you are touched, remembered, chosen in real life. A like only highlights a crack in the mirror you stopped looking into long ago. The place where you don't trust yourself, where your worth hangs by a thread tied to someone else's finger on the screen. As long as your phone is your main mirror, you are doomed. Because this mirror always shows someone prettier, brighter, bolder. Algorithms are designed to feed you what will trigger reactions, including jealousy and anxiety. But you have the right to step out of this hall of distorted mirrors, even if only for a few minutes, and stand before one simple, honest mirror: yourself. Try this simple experiment. When the sting of another's like rises in your chest again, don't slap yourself with, "I'm a jealous mess," or run to interrogate your partner. Stop. Put the phone down. Feel where exactly this feeling lives in your body: throat, stomach, chest. Let it be without pushing it away. This is already a step out of distorted reflections. You bring attention from the screen back to your own reflection. Then ask yourself quietly, almost in a whisper, what am I really afraid of? Often under jealousy hides not the fear of betrayal, but the fear of being unnoticed, unwanted, forgotten. Relationship studies with social media call it insecurity and threat to connection. When any partner's activity online feels like a risk of losing closeness. But until you name that fear, you will fight not it, but the likes. The next step is not control, but clarity. Healthy couples set their own rules in this hall of mirrors. What is okay for us? What hurts? It's not about banning never like anyone, but about honestly saying, when I see these likes, I feel like this, and it matters to me this way. Boundaries online are not chains, but the language you use to explain how the world may touch you, even through a screen. You have the right to vulnerability, the right to say, listen, I know it's just social media, but it stirs something old inside me. Help me with that. Don't pretend it's not there. Instead of secretly monitoring, comparing, screenshotting, you can return to why relationships exist. The living connection where two people hold up a mirror, not for judgment, but to remind you are here and you matter. Transformation is not about never being jealous again. It's about every jab of jealousy becoming a signal. Here inside, care is needed and the connection to yourself needs healing. Every time you choose not to dissolve in the hall of distorted mirrors, but return to your own mirror, you step closer to where your worth no longer depends on someone else's touch on a screen. A small step, but it changes everything. And finally, a small practice. If you've reached this moment and feel something has shifted inside, anchor it. Write in the comments the phrase, "I am stepping out of the hall of distorted mirrors and choosing my own mirror." Let this be not just a comment, but your personal confirmation. The point where changes begin.